Alright. This is my other video on screaming, because I said I did not want to make a 10-minute video, and then the video ended up being 9 minutes and 42 seconds. So I'm going to make this one faster. I'm just going to get right off the bat, I'm going to try to make this a lot faster of a video. I don't want people to be, wasting their time on like 10 minutes just to figure out a few things that took a little bit of time. That's what I said last time, and that took too long. Anyway, so let's just start right off the bat. Warm water. Don't drink anything else. Not even cold water. Even though it may taste bad because you don't like warm water, just drink warm water. That's all I gotta say. And a lot of like carbonated drinks and like Capri Sun, they got these acids in there that doesn't help when your voice is, your throat is vulnerable. So just don't drink anything but warm water. 2, your diaphragm. And that's the thing. Well, actually, you know what? More on the 2 is breathing, and then 3rd is diaphragm, because your breathing is more important, I'd say, because it doesn't destroy your voice, but it's a lot more. It helps a lot when you're on stage, because breathing, if you're breathing and you're going like this and you're taking little breaths and and then you're trying to say these really long lines that last a long time, because my friends have made songs that are like 4 lines straight in a row and it's hard to keep up, so you got to get that last breath and you got to go and open your throat and get that deep breath. Never get that really, and try not to keep your throat closed, because especially if you're on stage and you're using a microphone, it's going to go, and you're going to hear that really loud, annoying breathing that you don't want to hear, and nobody else wants to hear it either. So open your throat, take a deep breath, and don't let yourself run out of air, because then you'll panic, and then the whole song might get screwed up, or at least that whole little spot. Your diaphragm, that's a very important thing. It's the muscles that are like under your rib cage, and like a little bit below them too. And that's like when it's almost like it's a part of your lungs. That's what I see, or I think, I don't know. But either way, and then when you scream and you take a deep breath, a lot of time you take a deep breath and you just watch your chest, and it gets that, it all fills. You want it to be the other way, and you want your stomach to go and open up more down here. Sure, my shoulders still move, but when you do it in your stomach, it moves less, because in the chest, it's like, and everything comes up, and then when you do it in the stomach, it'll go, and then it barely moves, and you're gonna use that instead, and it'll allow you to use your diaphragm more, and you'll know that you're using your diaphragm when you're screaming, and you can feel your diaphragm tightening, like all your abs and right here in your chest, and you see all those muscles get tight and toned. It's because you're screaming right, or not right, but you're using your diaphragm the right way, and it's like you gotta breathe in, and you gotta force that air out, and then 4th is like in the throat. It's not really up here when you're screaming, and a lot of people sometimes make it sound like it's coming from inside of your diaphragm, because when they'll actually say scream from the diaphragm, it seems like your voice is coming from the diaphragm. It's not. And some people think that it comes from here, and they're like, ah, and they get that sound right here. You want it more like down in here when you're doing it. You'll feel the vibration. It's like when you're just talking, you feel the vibration up here, but you feel it down here too, and you want most of that to come from right here. And when you're using your diaphragm, I think it helps that. When you're breathing, or when you're talking, of course, you are using your diaphragm, but not as much as you're not using enough of it. So when you scream, you're going to use that, and it's going to protect your voice. And since your 4th is throat, this kind of goes with it. Keep it open. A lot of people like to clench it, and then they get that sound, and it gets that real raspy kind of sound that nobody likes. And if you close your throat, it won't really be safe for your throat, and you could really screw yourself over in the throat. That sounds perverted, but either way. And if you scream like that consistently, you're very fast, like in a very fast way, you are going to lose your voice. No matter what, you're really going to use your voice, but you want to use this technique so that way you can use it as long as possible. You want to last years, you don't want to last days, and then you screw yourself up, and then you got to get surgery. It's not like a guitar where you break a string. You got to get surgery. In your guitar, you just put another string on, and in your throat, you got to go get surgery for hours, and then you can't scream anymore. Always keep that in mind. So always use technique. And also, even when you're doing your highs, you want your throat open, because when you're doing your lows, a lot of people naturally do that. They go, yo, and they got to keep that low, because they're not going to clinch it while they're doing it lows, because then it's like, yo, and it sounds horrible. And same with highs. Even when you're doing that, a lot of people think that when you do your highs, you got to clinch your throat, and that's going, yeah, and then it gives it that raspy nastiness. So if you do, and when you're doing your highs, it's gotta be open. It's like, and it gives it a more full, distorted sense. It's a lot better than doing the raspiness, because I know some people that do that, and it's bad. It's bad. So yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of, really. I mean, I can't think of anything else to really say other than warm water, use your diaphragm. What else did I say? Warm water, breathing, use your diaphragm, and your throat, the vibration comes from in here, not up here. A lot of people, I mean, you're talking and it comes from here, and sometimes the vibration does too, but most of it will be, and it's right there. Sometimes when you do your highs, it goes a little higher, but it's not like, yeah, it's not like it is when you're talking. It's all there. It doesn't sound good when I'm screaming right now because I just ate. And that's another thing you shouldn't do. Don't eat before you scream. Because if you eat and scream, then a lot of mucus builds. And you don't want that because then it gives it that sound that's all like, it sounds like liquid and mucus. So you don't want that. Anyway, that's all I can think of. So, I hope you enjoyed, learned something. And so, yeah. Watch some other videos too because there may be things I missed and maybe there's some other techniques you can learn. Alright, that's it. Bye.